Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're on Emerson Point Reserve at Sneed Island, and I'm joined by Charlie Hunsinger, the Director of Parks and Natural Resources here in Manatee County, who's going to show us what the shells that you find littering this preserve are. They've got amazing history, Charlie.
Well, they have several functions in the life of the American Indians that were here. They served as tools, of course, as food sources and building materials, because there's no natural stone in this part of the state. So in building for their home sites, they would collect these shells from the shore and literally pile them upon pile to create homesteads, get them off the water, get them up to air and circulation. They also use them as tools to get food. Any shell like this, of course, as you found on the shore, has a good foot here that you can't penetrate.
Right.
But to come into it, if you can cut the muscle someplace on the shell and harvest it, we do this today on conch shell. So back here, and this is taken from our museum right behind us here, is an area where these Indians took this and took a shell hammer, and this is a real deal here. This is probably about 2,000 years old.
Wow.
If I can show the camera, literally a hole put through the center, a notch on the other side. This would have been laced in sinew. You can see the compression points here, and literally hit the shell.
Great hammer.
Right there, and cut through, cut the muscle, and you have your food source.
And you just stick a stick in there, release the muscle, and
That's
you've
right.
got dinner.
That's right.
And so we're right on the banks of the water here. So they would fish and over time build up their mound of empty shells to a point where they could be safe from floodwaters or hurricanes, or get some ventilation, maybe catch a breeze to keep cool. How big are some of these mounds that we see out here?
Some of the temple mounds and ceremonial mounds are some of the largest in the Tampa Bay area. And due to the good conservancy of the families who lived here, they did not want to convert them for road building material, which was the common use of many of the shell middens that we have in Southwest Florida. But for us here, they were saved by the families, and now under county ownership, we can celebrate their history.
And they go 20-foot high.
Yes,
so.
some of the mounds. Yeah, the ceremonial mound here is about approximately 20 feet high, about 120 feet across the top by 50 feet. In a good dome.
It's great. And you've got great walkways. You can take paths back here, guided tours. It's really fascinating. Charlie, thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a look at weather right now. Currently, we have temperatures outside that are mild. They're coming in at 81 degrees with a dew point of 55. Southwest wind has already started, and that's going to keep the coast a bit cooler. But inland temperatures, they'll definitely be in the mid-80s today. 81 degrees right now in parts of inland territory, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca. Closer to the coast, we have some 79 still on the board, some 70, 76 Longboat Key, 79 in Inglewood. Most other places, though, are already hit the 80-degree mark. No rain falling anywhere that we look on radar, and certainly locally it's very quiet. I think it will be today as well. Satellite view not showing much in the way of any kind of cloud cover, just some fair weather clouds across the region. High pressure, the dominant weather feature, once again today, building in from the Atlantic, nosing in over the deep south and the Florida Peninsula, bringing us fair skies, and a general southeasterly wind flow underneath the belly of that high pressure ridge will continue to slowly increase moisture over the area over the course of the next several days. I think by the time we get to midweek, you will notice that the afternoons will definitely feel a bit more humid. But for today, sunshine, fair weather clouds, a few of them, though they're mostly going to be in inland areas. We'll have increasing midweek humidity, and we'll maybe see an isolated shower this week in inland areas mostly. Southeast wind switches to the southwest at about 10 knots, and then stays west during the evening hours at about 10 knots. That should bring you a light chop with 2-foot seas. Tidal information, we have a high tide coming our way at 2:05. I think we had a low tide this morning at about 8 o'clock. Another low tide follows this evening at 10:48. The only two left of the day, followed by another high tide after midnight at 5:33. So we look for some pleasant weather today and for the next several days, with slowly increasing humidities noticed mostly in the afternoon feels-like temperature, but also in the nighttime low temperatures will start to rise a little bit. Daytime highs should remain fairly flat. We'll pick up a degree or two as we head into Thursday, Friday time frame. And then maybe, if we're lucky, everybody gets about a 10 to 20% chance of a Saturday shower as the humidity increases in a front sag south. We'll talk all about the further forecast and introduce you to some other parts of this wonderful island and preserve in just a few minutes. Back to you.